Hi, I'm Catherine Goshen, a professional astrologer from the village of Nyack in New York State, and I'm passionate about in-depth astrology and getting to the heart of the matter. In this video, I want to talk about Virgo 2021. So welcome, Virgo. In this series, please watch your rising sign first, then your sun sign, and then your moon sign, because they are applicable in that order. So 2020 is almost behind us and 2021 is on the horizon. The year begins for you on December 21st of 2020 with the great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in your 6th house. And this means that you will be given the opportunity for the whole of 2021 to invigorate your daily routines. Whether you are working from home or simply at home but not working at this time, irrespective, you will be given the opportunity to really change up how you do things on a daily basis. And this is in an attempt to lessen your mental stress and to allow you time to reflect and to do all those things which your busy Mercury mind sometimes doesn't let you. So here we have Jupiter and Saturn coming in to stir up your routines and suggest new ways of living for you, Virgo. Now you know Mercury is your ruler, and that Mercury is renowned for his inventiveness. He is able to discriminate, to sort the wheat from the chaff. And remember, he was the first person to make the lyre and present it to Apollo. So that ordering nature of being able to set the notes on a scale down and hear the differences in tones. I know that many of you are word mavens and that you are also good in the service and healing professions. So with that flexibility that Mercury brings, you are able to communicate and share with others and to help others. And the key here is that when your ruling planet Mercury is retrograde this year in 2021, it will be 3 times, and that's usually the average of retrograde periods for a year. These are your natural rest periods, Virgo. These are times when you don't need to push forward with overdoing it to help others. These are times when you don't need to force writing or the work that you do. Mercury retrograde is calling on you to take a quiet time, to lessen the mental activity that you have at this time. Maybe read less and exercise more, or find ways to really ground yourself in the world at this time. Take out the earpods and connect with nature. And I bring that because I will mention those 3 retrograde periods as we move through the year, and take special note to allow yourself some downtime. When I do give dates, the suggestion is that you don't take them as that day verbatim. Take a day or 2 on either side, because you may be in a different time zone from me, and more often than not, astrological energies are building up a few days before and slowly winding down a few days after the event. So the year begins for you, Virgo, with Mars traveling through a beautiful area of your chart, which is showing me travel or higher learning. So I see you either finishing off a study period, something where you've been connecting with people internationally or who live far from you, or perhaps starting a new course of study, which is linked to people who live not in your neighborhood, but in distant countries, distant places. You know, through the internet, we are now able to connect with everyone. And January and February are really good times for you to reach out to others and to feed the metaphysical side of yourself, which is calling for a deep expression this year. Bear in mind that the first Mercury retrograde period will be from February 1st to around the 20th, and that will be again in your 6th house, encouraging you to reformulate your daily routines and also to take care of any outstanding dental work or well visits to your health practitioner that you may have been avoiding over the holiday season. Take it easy over this time and bring in a few small new habits which lessen any kind of pressure on your day-to-day activities. Your full moon is then on February 27th. And watch carefully the week or two after this full moon, because you should see an unraveling of something that has been building up over the past few weeks that will come to fruition at that time for you, and then slowly all will be revealed. So this is an important time, and if you would like to post your comments below, I would love to hear from you. Because remember, astrology is a living art, and it can only live through people. For March and April, Virgo, your area of work in your chart will be highly energized. This would be a good time to push forward with projects, no more taking a back seat, and to really get things done. A very good time for exposure will be around April 4th and 5th. So bear that in mind if you have a campaign you want to get out, or you are promoting your business, or you'd like to run a class or get a book out at this time. That's a very good date for you because there will be high visibility potential. Together with that, there is also the caveat that there could be tension between work and relationships. This is nothing new to you, so bear that in mind and try to find the balance between how much you're putting into work and how much you're giving to your partner. Then from the end of April to June and all the way through May, you should start to see results from all the energy you put into work in March and April. So expect some money to come in from work, and also take some time to reconnect with groups that you might have put on hold during the coronavirus time of 2020. This is also a great period, May through June, to have people over in your home, to celebrate life with friends, and just to show gratitude for everything that you have. Those of you born August 23rd to 26, early Virgos, take note of what's going on in your lives in May and June, because the bountiful planet Jupiter will be contacting your sun at this time, and then it won't contact it again until 2022. So you may have a foretaste of what is to come in 2022 if you pay attention at this time. Then from the very end of May until around June the 22nd, there's also a second Mercury retrograde period. And this one will take place in your 10th house of work. So I see you reworking things that you've written, or getting down to the nitty-gritties of a project, dealing with all the details that you may have not taken care of in the previous few months. Put the time in your calendar now that you can have that period to catch up with work. And this is the absolute best way to deal with a Mercury retrograde for you, Virgo. The more you try to push forward in a linear way and keep everything going at the pace that you like it, which is usually very efficient, the less productive you become. So use these, they are natural rest periods, these retrograde periods. One other thing about the Mercury retrograde in Gemini is try not to sign any very important contracts at this time, such as buying a house or leasing a new car. If you can wait for a week or two on either side, that would be wonderful. We don't always have that luxury. We are also under many other forces besides the forces of astrology. So sometimes we just have to go with the flow. If you do have to sign, what the Mercury retrograde can reflect is that you'll have to revisit that contract at some time and make appendages to it or changes. Mid-June to the end of July is a very energized time for you, Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising. Just after that, you will have Venus entering your sign. So even further opportunities for self-care, for beauty routine, revamping your wardrobe, doing something just for yourself, and really taking that time to step back from the daily grind and spoil yourself, Virgo. Virgos, you know when your birthday month is. It runs round about August 22nd or 3rd to September 21st or 2nd. And it looks like a wonderful birthday time for you. You have your ruling planet, Mercury, in the sign of Virgo at that time too. So for that whole period, you will hopefully be thinking clearly and have a lot of energy to direct towards whatever you need to accomplish. Your new moon, where you set your intentions for your solar year ahead, will take place on September the 6th at 14 degrees of Virgo. And that's a lovely time, whether you have Sun, Moon, or Virgo rising, to take a quiet moment at these new moons and to really reflect on what you're putting out into the world, and have you achieved what you've been working on for the last few months. For the second part of September and on into October, you will have an opportunity to work on the financial sector of your life. You could be spending money at this time on kitting people out for school, or you may be spending money on yourself. But either way, just take care that not more money is going out than coming in. So use October to get your finances in order. You'll also have the third and final Mercury retrograde period in your house of finances at this time. So it's a wonderful opportunity to revisit the books, balance the books, pay off the credit cards, and to see how you can come up with creative ways to promote your business so that more money can come in. And I think that's all we have for the year, Virgo. So I'm wishing you a very healthy, prosperous, and joyful 2021. Bear in mind this opportunity to rejuvenate old habits is always available to you throughout the year. It's your umbrella energy under which all the other measurements I spoke of will fall under. Also remember that from 2019 until 2026, you have the planet Uranus in your ninth house of foreign travel and higher learning. So this gives you the opportunity to connect with people all around the world and to broaden your mind in a search for deeper spiritual truth in your life. Wishing you well with all of that, Virgo. If you found this video at all helpful, please like and subscribe. And I love to hear your comments, so post below. Until next time.